Hello everyone. I'm sorry that the Blackboard Collaborate session didn't work out as well as it could have. I'm going to look into how to improve that for the future. I had intended for us to have a little bit of discussion of the sample readings that you worked on for this week. Since we're not going to be able to do that, I thought I would just post this video and bring up a couple of points, my reaction to your reading reactions. First of all, several of you mentioned that you still thought face-to-face meetings were more important or more effective than other kinds of mediated communications. And by mediated communications, I mean communications among people that rely on some kind of technology in between them. And I wanted to ask you, what is it about face-to-face communication specifically that makes it more effective in your perspective than mediate communications, if indeed that's what you think? And if you can think of what is specific about face-to-face communications that makes it more effective, what is it that could change about mediate communications that might bring it closer to the effectiveness of face-to-face communications? And what do you see around you that might approach that level of effectiveness or not? So that's my first point. The second point is that several of you commented on Professor Fukuyama's remark that Facebook, social media, produced a flash in the pan so that these media were able to create an intense amount of attention on something, but they were not able to sustain it. So given that, what do you think does create a sustained amount of attention, a sustained revolution? What kind of organizational structure, what kind of group dynamics are necessary? And are the characteristics of those group dynamics, are the characteristics of those organizations possible in a mediated environment? Or is it just completely impossible to recreate things in an online situation? So that's my second point. And the third point is there was a small discussion among a few of you about Hillary Clinton when she was Secretary of State. She had made some speeches and policy statements about freedom of expression online, and I think a couple of you were disappointed. This question of the relationship of business to government and to activists is quite an important one, and is something that we're going to see over and over again in this course's readings and discussions. So let me ask you this. What is the role of the Secretary of State of the United States in these issues? Who does she represent? Does she represent the country? Does she represent the people of the United States, or more people than that? Does she represent U.S. companies, or more than that? And what is that line? When does she draw that line to do one thing or the other? From another perspective, from the perspective of a company who sees that there are social changes that would be of benefit to themselves, maybe for purely profitable reasons, but maybe for broader reasons of being as well, who do they engage with to try to encourage that social change to happen? Is it the people? Is it the government? Which people? Which government? Is it their customers? Or the company's country of origin? How would you think about that if you were a corporation and you saw some changes that you thought needed to be made in society? Okay, so those are my 3 points, my reactions to your reading reactions. I hope you enjoy the readings in the next activist module, and I look forward to talking to you about them.